An exclusive insight into 2024's year of triathlon racing.
My name's Trevor Harris, alongside me, Hannah Jenkins. We will see some lightning quick times.
From triumphs.
There's the smile, there's the heart. He's been absolutely phenomenal.
To tears.
It definitely stinks.
He's under pressure today.
To unexpected outcomes.
What's
a really
happened
big
here?
crash.
Well, this is a serious
Massive.
pileup. What a season she has had. The hardest job in triathlon, staying with Alex here on the run. Now the race is on for potential Olympic spots.
Swim. Bike. Run.
This is the run of Hayden Wild's life.
And the world title's going to be decided right here.
It's his last ever World Triathlon race. Cassandra Rogan is over on the wrong side of the buoy.
Away you go. Looked like she was done for. Prime position for another medal.
I didn't even realise we had a guest.
As you say, triathlon is just about the run. They're mistaken today.
One of the best swims we've ever seen him have. There's the man chasing the title.
7 locations worldwide. And you get to see it all.
Glorious sunshine in Abu Dhabi for the first race of the new World Series, and of course it's Olympic year as well.
WTCS Abu Dhabi acts as the first stop on the 2024 calendar.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be the first big race with everyone around. It's going to be a first good indicator of where the shape is. I'm feeling really good and really looking forward to be on the start line on Saturday.
One day before race day, the athletes go through their final preparations in and around the famous race location of the Yas Marina circuit.
How difficult is it, Helen, for athletes to kind of juggle their schedules, World Series, Olympics, various other things as well?
There's so much going on in an Olympic year, and we definitely have 2 camps of athletes. Those athletes that have already qualified, and they can kind of plot their path through to Paris, maybe take their time building the fitness for that peak in July. And then we have the athletes that haven't qualified, and when it's a really tricky team to qualify, it's going to be really tricky. Those athletes are going to have to show their fitness, they're going to have to show their form early on in these races.
It's been a good winter, and yeah, did my pre-season in Spain. So yeah, looking forward to racing and getting the season rolling.
In a quick and unexpected turn of events,
World Triathlon announces the cancellation of all Abu Dhabi 2024
due to adverse weather conditions.
Huge blow for Olympic and Paralympic hopefuls all over the world.
severe weather forces the opening race to be canceled, wreaking havoc for athletes in the chase for Olympic slots. They make their feelings known. Time passes, and athletes head to Asia for the next WTCS event in Yokohama.
We are finally, slightly later than advertised, going to get the World Triathlon Championship Series underway. It's going to be great. There are some massive names in these fields, aren't there?
Oh yeah, it's such a great start list.
The USA and French athletes are among those knowing that a podium finish would guarantee not just the first major points in the hunt for the world titles, but Olympic qualification as well.
Now we've got Dorian Koenigs there as well, wearing number 1. First time we've seen him in a World Triathlon race since he became world champion.
Stand by. So just over 17 and a half minutes. Today is out ahead of Vincent Luis.
Dorian Koenigs, Schomburg's there.
With just one lap of the bike course left, drama strikes.
Oh, another crash,
What's
a really
happened
big
here?
crash.
Well, this is a serious
Massive.
pileup. We've got 5 or 6 men down here.
Richard, who's holding his elbow.
Yeah, Richard's got a problem. Velasa is
that
down.
Koenigs as well?
Might well be. But it's going to come down to a 10,000 metre shootout here. This opening event of the season for the men.
There's Pearson. We see this from Pearson quite often, that not the best transition, but does eventually kind of run through.
He's had issues with injury, but we always knew that on his day he was capable of beating anybody, and he's proving it here in Yokohama. For the first time, Morgan Pearson is going to win an elite event, and the American is going to win in Yokohama. Pearson takes the gold, Hauser an excellent second, and Luke Willian is going to hang on and get his first ever medal at a World Championship Series event and guarantee his place in Paris.
I felt today was a good race, but not a great race. Like, the result was great, but I know I can execute a lot of things better, but it's when you haven't raced at this level in a while, you're a little bit rusty. So I'm happy that I did so well, and I'm happy I have stuff to improve on. That's a great feeling.
Talk us through what happened out there. What was that?
I'm not pretty sure yet when I look back at it, but I just, quite annoyed at the moment. I felt really good the whole race. Stayed in the front, worked the whole bike, tried to stay as far ahead as I could to not be in any crashes, being that it's an Olympic year, and I think it's me, Dorian and Tom, that just, we all touched handlebars and came down.
With the women's race coming up momentarily, full Olympic distance this morning and a star-studded field. So Kingma first out the water in a shade over 18 minute, followed by Lopez and Nib, and then Casper right there with Lombardi. So 6 laps down, and a very familiar figure at the front, Laura Duffy.
And I say this is probably the best all-round performance we've seen from Perio for probably ever.
A stunning display. Leonie Perio is going to come home and win her first ever elite level event.
France's Leonie Perio takes her first ever WTCS victory, with USA's Taylor Knibb and Emma Lombardi taking silver and bronze. Tokyo Olympic champion Flora Duffy finishes 7th in her first race since the 2022 Grand Final.
Try not to cry.
Do you want to wait?
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it was a big journey to get back here. And honestly, for most of last year, I didn't think I would be racing at this level again. It's been over 500 days since I've raced. That was the first time I've run off the bike since Abu Dhabi in 2022. So yeah, this race was just a lot of firsts, and just being really grateful to be back here and racing at the front.
Surely this is going to be good enough to get you to the Olympics, isn't it?
No, you don't know.
I think it will be. Well done today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
2024 World Triathlon Championship Series, Yokohama.
Perio and Pearson get the 2024 season off to an exciting start, leading the series. Cagliari calls on the third stop of the series, with this race acting as the final chance for athletes to hit automatic Olympic qualification criteria for their country, or prove their worth through a performance that would give them the edge, if it came down to discretion.
Have US Triathlon said to you, right, you need to do this to get to Paris, or is it just you're going to go out there, do your best, if it's enough, great, if not, c'est la vie?
Yes, the second part of it. There's not really a clear, because it's going to come down to discretion, there's no real clear criteria, but I just need to have the race that I think I'm capable of, and I know that'll help me, and it's still not guarantee me a spot for the Olympic team.
I punched my ticket to Paris by finishing 5th in the test event. The US criteria is very complicated, but in the first qualification race, if you're the top American in the top 8, you automatically qualify. And there's no caveats of proving fitness this year. Like, I know other countries have that, but it's just like top 5th, done, get the spot on July 31st.
I'm keen to get into a race that isn't that I'm actually like tapered for.
Yeah, that's gonna feel good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like now I'm so bored. I just don't know what to do with my life. Like.
Yeah, we haven't seen you for a while. How are your fitness levels?
I don't know. I will see it on Saturday, but I've been training really hard this winter, and I've been injured a bit. But I will see. But I think I can be good on this weekend.
Because obviously only 3 men's spots for France in Paris, 4 world-class athletes plus others, and your friends. But there's obviously a rivalry there. Can that be difficult at times? Can that be awkward at times?
Like for me, it's all right. I try to focus on myself, on my performance. I don't see it like something I need to beat the other guys, but I need to be better than I was in the other races. So for me, it's a game between myself and I. So.
We're on part of the bike course here in Cagliari. It is totally flat. It's going to be frighteningly fast, and we've got 2 of the fastest women in the sport. We haven't seen them this season. The world champion Beth Potter, Cassandra Beaugrand of France. She was second to Beth last year. What could we expect from those 2?
It's really hard to know. They both have gone out and raced. They both were in Abu Dhabi, which unfortunately got cancelled. They both opted to miss Yokohama, which they really didn't want to do that long haul travel in that prep to Paris, because Beth Potter's definitely going. Cassandra Beaugrand needs to get a top 6 to confirm, but we pretty much know she's going to be going too.
Yeah. You are so nice.
Welcome to Cagliari on the final weekend of Olympic qualification, appropriately full Olympic distance this morning, and on the fastest course we'll see all year. The women's race coming up. Abu Dhabi didn't happen. Yokohama certainly did. It was great over in Japan. Now we've landed here in Sardinia. Hamburg is next. Then it's the Olympics in Paris. So away we go. And the World Triathlon Championship Series race in Cagliari is underway. So Kingery out first. Duffy right there with Lombardi and Potter.
So we've just got Nib, Casper, Woff, but Nib just on the front, just really sort of, you can see her pushing the pace here, really trying to make all those athletes behind under pressure.
Battle those 2 are having. The 2 Brits currently in 5th and 6th. Beaugrand trying to come. Potter in between them. And now she's striding away from the German. She gets there. Tersch will take the silver. And Potter will hang on for bronze ahead of Lombardi. What a race.
What a 10K run. That was absolutely insane.
In the intense battle for the women's GB slots, Georgia Taylor-Brown and Sophie Coldwell finished 6th and 7th. Kate Woff finishes 10th, lowering her chances of making Olympic selection.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. No. Yeah, it's in the hands of the selectors now. I hope they know I can do better than that, and that's all I can do. I gave my best today, and I can walk away knowing that, you know, I couldn't have given any more, and yeah. Today was the day, and yeah, the girls were super strong, and yeah, credit to Georgia, Beth and Sophie. They were really strong today, and they put up a good fight, so yeah.
It's difficult because it wasn't like a specific position we had to finish. It was just be aggressive, be strong, show a good performance, so it's difficult. So yeah, I put out as good as a performance I could today.
I mean, it's tough, isn't it? You've got 4 GB girls with, 3 wins and a second in the grand final all in 1 year. Like, it's a great nation to be a part of, but on the flip side, it can be really tough being part of that team. But it's not a negative thing being part of a squad like that. It's probably something that just drives each other, and you have to be one of the best to make these teams. And I'm just proud to be part of that.
Cassandra, well done. It looked at one stage near the finish, there was a bit of a gap. You were back and forth. How did you find the strength to get back to the front?
Today I think it was just my mind. I tried to be brave, and I grabbed my teeth. I was like, come on, you can't lose this sprint. You lost already in Cartera, so I don't want to lose this sprint again.
And how significant, this is your first win at Olympic distance at this level, just a couple of months from Paris.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, it's so nice. I haven't run a lot those last few weeks, so I didn't know what to expect about my run, so I just tried to be wise.
Frenchwoman Emma Lombardi takes over as the series leader, with a few hundred points over second place USA's Taylor Knibb and Germany's Lisa Tersch.
And there's Hayden Wilde. I mean, he's had an amazing couple of years. I'm really excited to see him race. He's in really great run form, and will he be able to show that today?
Well, what about Alex Yee? It's certainly one of the favourites, as he will be for the Olympics. So away they goes. Leo Berger with his teammate Anson Luis right next to him.
There's Dickinson, Wilde kind of taking that front kind of turns, as they have been for a lot of this course. Very smooth there from both Yee and Wilde. Yee probably got the edge.
And it's come down to a 2,500 metre shootout between the two best runners in the sport. It's about a 10-metre distance, and Alex Yee wins in Cagliari. Wilde a gallant second. Now the race is on for potential Olympic spots.
See the arm pump there from Pierre Lecour. That sixth means he's confirmed his spot. He's going to be going to the Paris Olympics.
I had to do a top 6 today to make the Olympic, and now I'm at the Olympics, so I'm so happy. That was a lot of stress for me this year, and wow, I tried to hang on the last lap. I had no energy left, but I could do the top 6, and I'm so happy.
Alex, well done. We've seen you have a few battles with Hayden down the years. That was one of the best, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I hope you guys are enjoying what we're putting on for you guys, because, well, it's everything I have, and I speak for Hayden, it probably is everything he has, and we're just trying to make racing as exciting as possible, So yeah, I hope you're enjoying, and yeah, I hope it carries on for the rest of the year.
Recently Olympic qualified Australian Luke Willian now heads up the series, with Canada's Charles Piquet and Hungarian Sándor Lehmann sitting in second and third position. The third WTCS stop sees Hamburg bring some last-minute excitement to the series pre-Paris.
Yeah, Hamburg, the Sharpen are 2 weeks out from the big dance. Yeah, I mean, there's a few people in different boats here in Hamburg. Like there's guys that have made their Olympic teams, and then there's guys that also haven't made the Olympic team. And if I can have a solid race here in Hamburg and come back to Weihai and Torremolinos as well, it's going to bode well. And obviously the Olympics is the main goal for this year, but it's a pretty good consolation prize if the World Champs comes into that as well. So yeah, obviously Hamburg makes a big part of that, and yeah, can't wait to race out there.
Yeah, this season wasn't really a smooth sailing. I mean, I had a good winter, but then the cancellation of Abu Dhabi kind of brought me a bit on the back foot, and I had to score points. Raced Quatera, Conti Cup, and then Lieven. That was good actually, because I got to race in France in front of the home crowd, and I scored 2 good races. Managed to get enough point to barely make it to the start list in Yokohama. And then Cagliari, both races finishing 9th. That was enough to be in the mix, but not enough to be picked for the French team. We have a really, really strong team, and yeah, that was a really hard choice for everyone. But I've been remembered basically every day. It's my last short course distance season, and yeah, I want to enjoy it to the fullest.
You were silver here as well last year, right?
I was bronze 2 years ago. Last year I didn't close my helmet, so that was it. Training is something different than racing, so just going through the motions again and like getting back into a race routine and just reminding the body of what a race is like, and you can't simulate that in training. So it's good I have that around the corner at home.
Only 17 days until the men's Olympic event in Paris, so here in Hamburg, it's the last chance for the world's best triathletes to fine-tune everything, both physically and tactically, before the Games. One of the favourites here today is Australia's Matt Hauser. He is pretty much a model of consistency now, and now using Hamburg to make preparation perfect for Paris.
On your mark.
And away they go. Dhabi leads out. Vincent Lewis, as we saw, was right there. So the leaders are off the bikes and into transition. Just be focused on not making a mistake. So there are 7 of them, and don't forget about Pierre Lecour on the right of your screen. But Hauser is now getting away from Velasa. This is so impressive. He's really started the season well. There's no one anywhere near him. Hauser wins for Australia, bang on 50 minutes. What a run. It's going to be an excellent second for Velasa after the agony of that bike crash a couple of months ago. And Pierre Lecour will come home for bronze.
Vincent Louis 6th, that's going to be better than he's done the last few races.
Sub 50 sprint.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it needed to be. I mean, Vasco was, you know, I tried the first surge and I could still feel his breathing on the back of my neck, and I was like, all right, I've got to settle down and then go again a little bit closer towards the end, and I was just thankful that I could drop in. But no, really impressed with my form out there, and just goes to show that the hard work's paying off.
No changes at the top of the leaderboard, as Luke Willian maintains his status as the series leader. Fellow countryman Matt Hauser climbs the ranks to 2nd position, and French veteran Vincent Louis sits in a close 3rd.
Kind of the race you grew up wanting to do, you know, it's got the biggest crowd, they're the loudest, like, it's such a special race, you know, so many memories growing up watching this race, you know, walking on number 1 was pretty special, then to be able to still hold it after the race is even better.
Got 2 high-profile Frenchwomen here, Helen. Let's take Emma Lombardi first. Very consistent, but she hasn't won one of these races yet, but surely only a matter of time.
I know, it's hard to forget she's only 22, and you do feel like that win is coming.
We've also got the world champion here, Beth Potter from Great Britain.
I'm not quite sure where she's going to be.
So the final race before the Olympic Games off and underway here in Hamburg. You can see Ashley Bogran, and she makes up ground even on the very short run. So they come through to complete their 4th lap of 6.
Let's go!
Grande with a statement, going out hard.
Potter now in 2nd. This has been one of the most impressive displays I think I've ever seen. Bogran is going to win in incredible fashion. Stroll in the park. Bogran wins for France. Now Tersch and Potter. Tersch has got ahead of Potter. The Scots trying to come back. She's still trying, and Lisa Tersch is going to hold on. She takes silver for Germany. Potter 3rd again for Great Britain.
Frenchwoman Emma Lombardi keeps her lead. Lisa Tersch climbs 1 place into 2nd, and Cassandra Bogran's victory helps her jump to 3rd. Then it is on to the big one. The Paris 2024 Olympic Games. The world's eyes on the French capital.
It is D-Day -3 here in Paris for the biggest triathlon races for 3 years since Tokyo. I'm Trevor Harris alongside Helen Jenkins. We have the pleasure and the privilege of calling these races. Calling them's one thing, Helen. Trying to predict them is quite another. The men's race is first. Alex Yee and Hayden Wilde are most people's favourites, but I don't think it's anywhere near as simple as that, is it?
It's really not, and I think we look at the last couple of years, 3 years of racing, then they are the standout favourites. Alex Yee has edged out Hayden Wilde in most of the battles they've had together, but we look at our two last Grand Series finals and neither of them have won, and that's a really big shock. So I don't think it's like everyone else is racing for third. There's all the chance for everyone else as well.
It's come along really well. It's kind of weird to have the body so fresh. I normally only have like maybe 4 days of taper into like a standard race. So to kind of be fresh and feel like I'm ready for a good one, it's super satisfying. The work's done. Want to win the race and go 2 better than Tokyo. So putting everything on the line, and I'll do everything I can on race day to try and get that top step.
Now the two favourites by a big margin, Beth Potter, the world champion, Cassandra Beaugrand, so consistent now. If you were Beth Potter, Helen, would you be a bit concerned at the form that Beaugrand's shown us this season?
This year it has gone Beaugrand's way, and we've seen kind of a step up from her. I think in her mental game as well. I think for Beth Potter, it maybe takes a little bit of pressure off. She's not kind of that favourite, which she was at the back end of last year, so that may actually be of help to her.
In the heart of Paris, with the iconic River Seine as the backdrop, the women's triathlon began chaotically. Flora Duffy of Bermuda led early in the swim. The rain-slicked bike leg saw multiple crashes. France's Cassandra Beaugrand remained composed. On the run, Beaugrand, Emma Lombardi, Beth Potter, and Julie Durand broke away. Beaugrand surged in the final kilometers, winning gold to the home crowd's delight. Durand took silver, and Potter claimed bronze. It was a race in sweltering conditions for the men, as Australia's Matt Hauser led the swim in the men's race, followed by Frenchmen Leo Berger, Pierre Lecour, and Great Britain's Alex Yee. On the bike, a 32-athlete pack formed, with Tokyo Olympic champion Christian Blumenfeld, Hayden Wilde, and the French trio pushing the pace. As the run began, Wilde surged ahead, opening a 14-second gap. In a dramatic finish, Yee overtook Wilde in the last 200 meters to become Olympic champion. Wilde took silver 6 seconds behind, and Berger secured bronze. The dream is realized. Great Britain's Alex Yee and France's Cassandra Beaugrand achieved the greatest feat in the sport of triathlon, winning an Olympic title. Cassandra and Yee both take charge in the series after their Olympic triumphs.
When did you start to think that the goal was becoming, I mean, you were silver in Tokyo, so when did you switch the brain and said, okay, now I want gold for the next one?
The first thing we wrote down to deliver an Olympic, gold medal winning performance, I think it was to optimize how you optimize everything you have and race to the best of your ability on the day. And I really believe I did that on Olympic Day, and that's really special that I was able to do that. And I think I invested so much into that one race and that one moment that I just wanted to give it everything I had. And I picked a point just as we were coming down the Pont Invalid on the far straight, and just went for it, and just down to that dead turn, and was able to make some inroads into the gap, which was pretty amazing moment.
So what happened after you crossed that line? What was your first thought?
Well, I had the tape, first I had the tape in my hand, and I was like, is this really happening? I was like, I didn't wake up this morning and think I will win the Olympics, because so many times, in the past, every time I was doing a big event, I never won a world championships. I never won like a big events. Like thinking I was not someone who can like perform on a day because I was too stressed. And then the fact that I did it, I was like, I can't believe that. Like, I can't believe it's happening now. Like the race I was like dreaming for like so many years. Like I can't believe it's now and it's done. And I was with the tape, and I was like looking Paris 2024 on the floor, and I was, wow, this is happening.
After a small gap in the season, we are back on the road as WTCS Weihai makes their debut appearance in the series, and the battle for the world title continues.
I'm really looking forward to Weihai. It's I raced here in 2017 when it was a World Cup and a sprint, and I remember that hill being extremely aggressive, but to do it as an Olympic distance and to do 8 laps, it's going to hurt.
There's such an amazing venue and course, and I just want to enjoy that first of all, and then kind of see where the season takes me, especially, you know, post an Olympics, where I guess that was such a massive goal, and took so much, you know, mental and physical energy to kind of get to that start line in the best possible shape. And yeah, I just want to enjoy racing and race with a smile on my face, and hopefully put on a show for everyone at home.
It's the first time we've had a World Championship Series race in China for more than a decade. There are some big names here, Hauser, Lecour, Berger, but with all due respect to them, there are 2 names that stand out. It's the rematch, Helen, of Wild versus Yi. Yi got the upper hand in the Olympics. Do you think he can do it again?
I can't wait to watch this race. I mean, the Olympic race was one of the most epic races I've seen, that battle. We've been waiting for it, haven't we, the last couple of years. It's been building up towards that, and we got an epic showdown. I think we're going to get another one today.
So Hauser making his way towards transition. And Wild right there as well, so he's only 8 seconds behind Alex Yi. Well, it hasn't been Hayden Wild's day at all. And Yi sitting very handily in 3rd place. So the leaders are off the bikes. He just looks so controlled, doesn't he? So relaxed. So Gonzalez is away first. Willian, there goes Yi. He's on the blue carpet. He can take his time if he wants to. There's a wave, and the Olympic champion has given us an exhibition in Weihai. Yi wins. Perfect score for the season so far. The world title is his to lose from here. Leo Berger is safe in 2nd. So consistent, the Frenchman. And a great day for Brazil's Miguel Hidalgo. His first ever medal at this level, and you can see what it means to him. The Brazilian takes the bronze.
Yeah, just didn't hit the legs. Maybe racing too much. I had, I was having a good swim, but I think I was just too red zoned, and then try to bridge the gap on the climb, but it just makes Malaga harder.
Ticked off my main goal of the season to medal at the games, and I think hopefully coming here I can just take the pressure off and just try and find some enjoyment in triathlon again. Like I found that quite difficult this year, because there's been a lot of pressure, so it'd be nice just to kind of go out there and enjoy it, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, I guess one reason I'm here is that I had 2 good races so far and 2, I would say, okay races. And since 3 races count, I do want to get in another good race before the grand final to put myself in a good position. So, yeah, the goal is to get a lot of points here to put myself in the best possible position before going into the last race.
The Olympics are done and dusted, but the fight for the World Triathlon Series Championship is far from over, with the German Lisa Tersch and British duo Beth Potter and Georgia Taylor-Brown poised to pounce. So away we go then.
Look at the gap for Lisa Tush 5 seconds out the water.
So just 2 laps left then for the 17 at the front. They're off the bikes then. This is going to be potentially a thrilling run with some of the names here.
At the moment, Lisa Tush, she's like pulling away again.
Well into her second lap now, and with the lead apparently extending. Potter's still trying to dig in to get to the German. She knows she's there. She may have crashed in Paris, but she smashed it in Weihai, and Tush wins at this level for the first time. Potter, after a string of bronze medals, is going to go one better and take the silver. Taylor Brown gets third. 2 Brits on the road.
Now you've got a win and 2 silvers. Got a shot at the world title in Malaga.
Yeah, we'll see. I of course, but I'm always focused on the process and like taking it step by step and not looking too far ahead. I feel like then like pressure and expectations come very easy, and then it's hard to perform at your best. And today I went in with a free mind and just like wanted to show what I'm capable of, and I'm really glad I did that today.
After the penultimate race of the season, Alex Yee and Bogran keep their positions at the top of the overall series standings before the final. In second and third for the men, 2022 world champion Leo Berger sits now in second place, and New Zealand's Hayden Wilde a close third. In the women's rankings, Beth Potter is close behind in second, with a 114 deficit to try and make up, and Lisa Tush just a further 17 points behind. Finally, it's on to the big one, the championship finals in Torremolinos, Spain.
Cassandra Bogran will try to go where only one woman has gone before, by winning the World Triathlon Championship Series and the Olympic title in the same year.
Emma Lombardi, such a consistent season for the young athlete. She hasn't been outside the top 5 this year.
Looked like it was a clean start. Away they go for the one that really matters in the World Triathlon Championship Series, the grand final.
Cassandra Bogran is over on the wrong side of the boys.
What's happening here?
Is she going the wrong way around the boys?
I think she's got her direction completely wrong. She's way offline here. And I think because she's on her own and she's like just looking straight ahead, she's no idea at the moment. So she's heading back towards the main pack, but she's going to have surely lost a whole load of ground here. So Lombardi and Potter, 2 of the big names, right? Bogran's got back to 15 seconds. That is phenomenal. On goes the helmet. She's losing time to Lombardi, but that was way better than it could have been. These 12 women who've been out there on their own pretty much from the start.
Oh, I'm so excited for this run. I can't wait to see these women go for it now.
Bogran to win the title, first or second. And after the nightmare she had in the swim, Bogran is the world champion for the first time. And it is Beth Potter who had the strength of mind to keep going, get past Lombardi, and what a spirited defence of the title she's put up. Vicky Holland, who said she's going to retire now, she's finished 4th in the grand final.
Exhaustas nos están llegando.
And 15th position, coming now into the finish line. Big applause. Big applause for Tanja Neubert from Germany.
There is unrest post-race, as Bogrand's early mistake in the swim is questioned by Beth Potter in Great Britain.
The competition jury is meeting now. What you said was quite right, Helen. The protest is for outside assistance. And that clearly is from whoever it was on the kayak or whatever that told that woman to change direction.
I didn't really see anything in the water, like it was like moving so much, the wave, so I had no idea where I was on the first lap. I just knew I was in a very, very, very tricky position on the first buoy, obviously, with my mistake. And yeah, I was just like, I'm not letting this like title go away from me right now.
So, with the protest rejected, we know now that Cassandra Bogrand is officially the world champion, and with maximum points that she could get because she won every race that she entered.
The jury's decision was served. Cassandra Bogrand sealed the double.
Olympic champion and world champion, how does that feel?
After winning Olympics, I was like, okay, no, I need like to prove I deserve to be Olympic champion, and maybe like I need to be world champion for that. And yeah, it feels so good. I mean, I was going like through so many emotions after the race, so like I'm very happy like that I did this year, honestly.
Then it was the turn of the men.
Olympic champion and unbeaten in the series so far. Here in Torremolinos, the world title is so close, you can almost touch it.
And Vincent Nuit, his last ever World Triathlon race here today.
We're off and away then, the grand final in Torremolinos. Is this going to be the day that Alex Yee fulfills what so many have thought as his destiny for so long? Portuguese is out first, followed by Hauser. That looked pretty tidy from Hayden Wild. There's Yee. Yee was almost away simultaneously with the New Zealander. With his leading five, trying to put distance into the series leader. So Wild is going to go and rack his bike, stand 3, Berger stand 2. Wild's just put a few metres into Berger here. And he's into the bronze medal position. Absolutely astonishing. He was a minute 40 back, but the man who's going to win the grand final is New Zealander Hayden Wild. And to be happy with silver in the Olympics. He's gone one better here in Torremolinos.
Berger finishes closely in second. Alex Yee runs through the field to finish third, a good enough placing for him to safely secure his first world title crown, adding to his Olympic title.
Thank you so much for those cups. I agree with those 160. You owe me some prize money, mate.
Yeah, thanks.
I was just waiting for my moment, and then on that first lap, I just gave it a little dig, got a gap, and then just kept driving. And same sort of plan I had for the Olympic Games, really, is 2 laps hard, 1 lap easy, and then bring it home, and had a really nice gap. And hey, like, yeah, third in the series, a bit disappointed not to win the championships, but to win here in the grand final is something special.
With racing like this, you never let the moment sink in until you cross the finish line. And as I hit that blue carpet and kind of started to realise, yeah, it was a special moment. But I think these things take time to sink in, and yeah, for this to finally be, finally have happened is pretty special and pretty surreal.
(2024), the year of resilience, the year of drama, the year athletes achieved all they ever wanted, all because they dared to dream. We all know that only one man and one woman can come out on top, but the epic battles, the rivalries, and the extraordinary performances is what makes it all worth it. The wise owls of the sport, the current stars, and the next generation all play their part. Another year of racing and another 4-year Olympic cycle is only just around the corner. Already the question is raised, who will be next?